What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy CB, and we are back for my favorite segment on the channel, a huddle watch along with recruits. For you ball hawks out there, for you guys that love DBs, this is your episode. You have clicked on the right video, my friend. Three-star DB in the 2025 class, Sekou Smith Jr. has some of the best range you will see out of any class. A two-way player, but with the ball skills that just come natural. He just looks like he was born to play safety. You can play him single high, and he literally could cover the Indian Ocean if he wanted to. But you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from the superstar himself. So without further ado, one of the most rangiest safeties I have ever seen on anybody's tape. Three-star DB from the 2025 class, Sekou Smith Jr. How's it going, bro?
Going all right. Everything going all right. How you doing?
Not too bad, man. Over here looking at this film of yours, trying to figure out how you cover this much ground. But before we get into that, I want to tackle some recruiting first. For you, someone that when I first saw the film, I think I asked some of your coaches, like, why is he so underrated? Started flying under the radar, but then as you look at the offer list, it's like you're not under the radar no more. They started coming and coming and coming. How's
Yeah.
that been seeing that hard work paying off?
I don't know. It was crazy because I got like when I first started getting offers, I got like 4 in 1 day. Like it was just coming back to back. It was flooding me. It was
Was
crazy.
that weird? Because at first it was slow, and then it was like everybody now hitting you up in the same day.
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember that
Crazy.
first one? That very first offer?
Yeah, I was in school. It was Louisville. I was in school. Coach Drew had texted me. I had to run out the class real quick.
So first offer ever, D1.
Hmm.
How was that? Do you remember what that feeling was like when coach hit you? It was like, hey, Louisville, it's
My heart
official.
had dropped. Like my heart dropped, and I was just like, all right. So it was real. Say
Is it
less.
any different every time after that now, or is it that same dope feeling when you get one like, all right, let's go?
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's the same as the first time, but every time I get one, I'll be like, nice, let's ride.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
especially the way it's played out, is it's probably like, damn, oh, it's four in a
Feel
day.
me?
It's like, damn, hold up. Let
Feel
me.
me?
Is that something you thought would happen too? Because obviously, when the season ends, 24s are kind of shuffled out, and then y'all become, the talk of the town. Did you kind of know ahead of time being at Central with guys that went through that, like, oh, my time is coming. It's just only a matter of time.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. And my coaches was telling me just trust the process. You know, they never lied to me, so I just trust them, and it worked.
And what's that like, bro? Being at Central, because when you look or you think Central, we obviously think speed, but we think defense when we think Central. What's it like being in that locker room, being on such a historic defense?
It's more like a family thing. Everybody help each other. If somebody don't know what to do, tell them. You know what I'm saying? Can't be scared. Speak up to the next guy. But when we mess up, we get on each other too. Cause we gonna congratulate you when you do good. When you do wrong, I'm gonna let you know. You know what
What's
I'm saying?
them practices like for you and them receivers? What's that one-on-one session like, bro?
All I'm gonna say is energy. Straight energy. Straight
It's
energy.
so speaking of energy, that that is the exact word one of your Raw teammates used when I asked, "What's it like playing for Raw 7-on-7?" So I want to ask you, playing for one of the baddest 7-on-7 teams in the country, not just in Florida. What's it like playing on that 7-on-7 team?
Man, even more energy. Trash talking. We doing all that. We coming at people's neck. You feel me?
How much better of a DB you feel like you've evolved with through being on that Raw 7-on-7 team, being out there with all different type of dogs on both sides of the ball?
I got better at DB with probably like learning how to play with new guys and adjusting well because sometimes, we don't really know each other like that. We gotta adjust to certain defenses. But I learned how to do it like on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
And I
Adjust.
already I already know what them battles is like for them Raw showcases, but for people who don't know, what's that competition like at those Raw showcases, excuse me, between you and some of those receivers, guys like Amari Wallace, Stubbs, and then on the other side, Cortez Mills and Nashawn
Hmm.
Montgomery. What are those Raw showcases like from a DB standpoint?
Kind of got butterflies in your stomach because you really only get 1 or 2 times. Nah, you better do something with it, cause
Eh,
you getting posted on Instagram.
It's a dog eat dog world out there, and it's a in
Really.
every rep, it's a dog. The way I feel is when you look at those teams, it be somebody that we may not know of yet, but we just don't know of him yet, and he lights
Hmm.
up. I've got a couple dudes that have shown up like that on that team. So this year, obviously heading into OT7 next month, how excited are you to go down there with the squad and try to pick up that W?
Yeah, I'm really excited, man. I got some built up anger from last year. We lost in the championship. You got to get right.
So it's revenge tour for the squad this year.
Really.
So before you go on that revenge tour, you've been busy with some visits and some coaches that I know are blowing up that phone. There's a couple I want to talk about. One in particular who has a great reputation in South Florida, Coach DVD down at USF. What's that relationship like with that staff? Obviously, got that offer in the back pocket, but with that staff and with Coach DVD.
Oh yeah, that's my guy. He came to watch me practice a couple times. So every time we see each other, it's always love between me and him.
How is that? Obviously, you're going into your senior year, right? But freshman you, if freshman you could have told you, "Hey, Coach DVD, Oregon on the phone, people are coming to see me at practice." What do you think you would have said as a freshman?
Nah, I probably would have told him something else because if I would have known now, I probably would have been not working as hard to get it because I already know it's coming. So I probably would have told
Where does
myself
your
like,
that hard work? Where does that come from in you? That because you're not someone that's not. We talked about it beforehand. You don't see him on social media a lot, not on his phone a lot. It's a lot of work for you. Where does that business like mindset come from, bro?
because I got a point to prove. Uh,
Let's
I
go.
just see a lot of people doubt me. That just made me go harder. I like when people doubt me though. That's my fuel. You know what I'm saying?
Put that chip on your shoulder.
Yes, really.
So another program I gotta ask you about before we get into the ridiculous range on your tape
Hmm.
is one of the hometown squads, the Miami Hurricanes. What was it like that day when that offer came through?
Oh, when the offer came through, I was in a meeting. So like, I was supposed to have my phone silenced, but I didn't. I seen the text from Coach. I think Coach Smith had texted me, and then he was like, "We want to offer you," and I was like, "Hey, Coach." I showed him all because he was started calling me, and then he was like, "Go ahead." It was
What
nice.
what what's that relationship been like with the staff and Mario Cristobal?
Oh yeah, that's like my second family. They take care of me. Call me anytime, text me anytime.
Do you remember your very first interaction with Mario?
It was over the phone. I think it was after I got the offer.
Is he
He
as
had switched
calm
over.
and because so I had another recruit on here and he said Mario's a little bit different with the central guys. Like he's more so like bro and homie when he
Yes,
talked to y'all.
yes,
Is it because
yes,
he said when y'all go in his office and the door get closed, it's like a party. Like y'all turn up.
yes.
So that relationship is a little bit different with Mario and y'all. Speak to that. What's that like?
Yeah, he taught me. He come dap me up, pat me on the back, calling me bro. Like he made me feel welcome. Comfortable.
And then you've seen a bunch of your teammates obviously go from Central to Miami, but one in particular, seeing Ruben Bain
Hmm.
go off as a freshman, how much does that look to you? Go, hey, if I do what I got to do as a freshman, I can get out there too because I'm seeing my ex teammate do it.
Hmm. I went to school with Ben, so I'm seeing him do stuff every day. He walking through the school with a college. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta, I gotta get like him. And he don't
That's
talk. He don't do nothing. He just football.
what is that following that leadership, guys like him, guys like Bassane, is that why that business like, hey, I just not a lot of talking, let me get my work done? Is it because you saw guys like that do it at a high level and then we see where they're at now? You like, I don't gotta be all loud and stuff because I saw him not do
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. It's a system.
I love that at Central that y'all just like if I watch what he do, I know I'm like that already. But if I watch how he maneuver and I
Hmm.
maneuver, I'm gonna be right where he is. And for those of y'all going, I ain't you kept talking about his range. I haven't gotten to see the range yet. Before I watched you the very first time, somebody hit me up and was like, "Have you watched him yet?" I said, "No." And they said, "Range," and I was like, "All right, let me turn it on." And then I did, and I was like, "Have you always had this kind of ridiculous ability to cover this kind of ground, bro?"
Yes, sir.
Does that come from the two-way player, the ability to play receiver, track the football?
Yes, sir. It's just I don't know, something when the ball in the air, I just gotta get it. I'm going to get it.
Is do you is that something as a DB for you? I know you probably enjoy both, but I'm gonna put you on the spot. What's more enjoyable? Big hit over the middle for a receiver or a situation like this when you get a pick?
Situation like that.
Always the pick.
Yes, sir.
Is that the offensive player in you that's like, hey, look, I gotta get the ball back in my hands, bro, because
Yeah, I
they're
turned it
not
to the
gonna throw it
receiver.
that many times.
Uh-huh.
And then you in a
Uh,
secondary with a bunch of other dogs. So how much of it for you is, look, if I don't catch it, Amari or somebody gonna catch
yeah,
it,
you
so I
saw him?
gotta get it.
Yeah.
What's that like back there? Because y'all play 7-on-7 together too. Y'all obviously been growing together. What's that chemistry like between you and Amari back there?
It's fun back there, man. Me and
I
Mari.
I know for y'all probably relish all these matchups because for someone listening is going, okay, what type of competition do they play? Every receiver that y'all was looking at in last year's class, this young man played. When you got to play Heritage, Chaminade, St. Thomas, when you got to play those top schools with those top receivers, how excited are you for that challenge?
Yeah, I like big games. This is an opportunity for me to put my name on the map.
And put your name on the map you did last year. Is there someone on the schedule this year you're excited for in particular?
I don't really know the full schedule yet.
This pick here, bro. Come on. Bro, that's full on laid out like a receiver. And again, when I'm talking about top flight competition, he ain't playing nobody here. This Bishop Gorman here. And again, this is that range. How much is film study a part of your game, bro? Because when you break, it's like you already know, all right, he hitting this corner. How much is that film study?
Wait, film is crucial. Coach Jube, he make us write. We write scout reports. It's a lot. It's a lot of film. Trust me, more film than probably practice. I say.
Has that always been something you've enjoyed, or the more you developed, are you like, all right, this now I'm tapping in more, or was it early that you was like, nah, I got to do this?
No, I like film because film is like it's like a cheat sheet, as you can see.
It's exactly that. So you go into a game against DBs with two cheat code against receivers with two cheat codes. You got the film, student of the game, but also playing receiver. How much do you feel like that gives you a leg up too?
Playing receiver helped me know like, okay, if I'm at safety, I wanna know how he looking at me. He wanna see if I'm cheating over this way, cheating over this way. Like what hole he wanna sit in, cause sometimes he might try to sit down in the hole. Right now, I gotta know how a receiver think.
That is again, that's just another cheat code, another weapon you got in your arsenal. The reason I kept rewinding this is, do you feel like the physical style of your game gets overlooked because you are just as proficient against the run as you are against the pass? But you feel like this gets overlooked a bit because you have the crazy ball skills that sometimes people forget that when it's time to come off the edge, you just as deadly.
Yeah, I feel like it's because I would say that they're not really explosive. Uh, Probably like the picks are probably more exciting to see because they're just so rangy.
And they make the highlights obviously, so
Yeah.
people want to see the highlights. But the reason I wanted to keep rewinding this because when you see somebody that's got your range, that's got your ball skills, you would think, oh, he a finesse DB, but you not. It's just that that's what makes the highlights.
Hmm.
And then now we're gonna see you back to doing what you do. How much do you enjoy being single high like this, out there playing center field where you can just do you?
Yeah, I like it. I feel free. I could play ball how I usually do. That's when I'm at my best. When I just play football. Don't
And
think.
then we see that physicality coming downhill. So for those of y'all at the beginning of the highlights, that was probably like, he one of those DBs that's just a ball hog. You do a little bit of everything. How much is that stressed at Central from y'all?
Especially on the defense, we play every position. We don't just play DB. If you play a corner, you go to safety, you go to free safety, strong safety, adjuster, do all that.
How excited were you on the way to run to this dude? You
Ooh-wee.
and you, yeah. He dropped that ball, and thank God he did for his sake. I think that's the only thing that saved him here
Because I
is
was
that he
not
dropped
stopping.
that football. Yeah, that was bro. That's a line. You looking like a linebacker out there, looking like Vincent Shavers out there.
Ah,
Just to that Shavers, D'Angelo Thompson, Randy Adarica, Amari Wallace, so many guys on that defense that you've gotten to learn from and play with over the years. But this year, y'all are retooling with some new guys too. Give a shout out to some of those guys going to be on y'all's defense with y'all balling this year.
um, the new D lineman we just got, Floyd. I forgot his last name.
Oh, he a
Floyd.
beast.
Yes, who just won the Under
Four
Armour camp.
starter. Yeah, he a monster.
Um, our new DB we just got, Zion from Miami Northwestern. He nice. And another DB from Rhode Island, Hurling. I forgot their last names, but some gangsters on that defense.
Y'all retooling again. And
Oh,
what's the goal for this year for you personally and for the squad at state? We know y'all don't turn up to do nothing but win another ring. But for you personally, do you have any personal goals going into your senior year?
I want to lead the team better because last year I feel like I didn't really lead how I was supposed to, but now I got to take control because it's my last year. You know.
What's that? Has that shifted your mindset and how you're preparing for the season at all? Knowing like, hey, we turning to look at 5 now. Like when there's a question, they looking at you in the huddle now. They like, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
Hey, everybody else got you the big dog here now. Has that
hmm
has that changed how you prepare for your senior season mentally?
I say it made me work harder and it made me do like certain corners I used to cut. I won't cut it no more because I see other guys, young guys watching me, and they gonna do what I'm doing. So
I was about to bring that up. That's the other shift I was going to ask you about. How different is that? That a couple years ago, you probably asking for somebody gloves. You probably asking for advice. Now they waiting on at your locker like he almost done. Let me see if he gonna give me them gloves. Or they talking to themselves. There's DBs, there's freshmen going, hey, I want to wear 5 when he leave. Like, how is that now being that leader in that locker room?
yeah, they already be taking my towels and gloves and everything. It's like I'm 17. They make me feel old. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you was that guy. What you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Back in the
yeah, that's
gap,
real.
you know what I'm saying? You had to have somebody back flag, but you was like, hey, he the one. I'm next up, and now they look at you the exact same way. So I like that you already before I even asked the question, you got it in your mind that nah, I got to step different because they watching. So it's dope to see that evolution. That one day it's somebody like he put his towel down. Hey, I got his towel, bro. It's cool to see that. So for you on those days, bro, when you tired, when you can't go no more, when you sore, because we know how you work outside of what Central asks you to do. What is it your why? What is it that keeps you motivated and keeps you going on the days when even your body can't?
My why, I'll probably say my parents and my coach. Um, my parents they put in everything for me to play football. I've never seen them quit on me, so I started it. I'm never gonna quit on them. And my old
I love
coach,
that.
Coach Corey, he passed though. So like everything he taught me, now I'm finna put it on the field, make it 10 times better.
His legacy never gonna go though, because all
Mhm.
them lessons get put into you, and then all the DBs that ask you for advice don't realize it, but they got a little bit of him too now.
Yeah.
Every time somebody asks you, "Hey, how you do that? How you shade him that way? How you even make it across the field like that?" and you teach them a little tidbit he taught you, they don't know it, but they walking in his legacy the same way you were. So keep on passing down those lessons. DBs won't know it, but they doing a Coach Corey, not even realizing it.
You feel
So
me?
I absolutely love that. Those lessons need to continue because they don't necessarily need to know who they came from. But as long as his lessons continue, as long as you continue that advice and that wisdom that he poured into you, his legend will never die, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on, bro. I cannot wait to see y'all ball out again. Y'all got some seriously high profile games this year. What's dope about Central, too, for those of y'all listening, a lot of those games are streamed. So a lot of times, check your timeline. They're tweeted out. And I will try my best to tweet it. Usually I let y'all know when I'm watching them, but I will try to tweet all of them out so that y'all can keep up with bro during his senior season because it is going to be a movie out there at Central. But for those of y'all that want to keep up with him, bro, let them know where they can follow you so that they can try to tap in during your senior year. Because if your school was not mentioned, as we mentioned, his recruiting is going this way. I just didn't mention your school, but I guarantee you he got the offer and they're on the phone. So you want to keep up with him. So let them know where they can keep up with you, bro.
Okay, my Twitter is Sekou Smith 25. You can find me on Instagram too. It's 5 EKOU Junior. It's like spelling Sekou Jr., but S is a 5.
And I'm gonna link both of those down in the description. So all you got to do is click those links. It'll take you straight to his. And then I'm gonna put his huddle down there too. Because another thing Central does that I like is they'll break it down game by game. So during his senior year, if you like, boy, they just play so and so, I gotta see him against that receiver. Though they like to break him down game by game so you can keep up with him. Go follow bro right now. Trust me, this is a recruit you are gonna want to keep up with. Thank you again so much for coming on, bro. After your senior year, when you get another ridiculous highlight package of interceptions, we're gonna have you back on so we can run it back.
Oh yeah, of course, for sure.
And obviously, good luck in OT7. I wish you nothing but good health and 5, 7, 10 interceptions this year. Obviously, hoping my Canes land you, but wherever you go, I know you're gonna be successful. Keep that mindset. Keep working hard, bro. And no matter where you go, you're gonna continue to be a dog.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Like, share, and subscribe. Go follow bro right now. We out.